Alright, so nothing's creepier than walking around in a level and the lights go out. Lights go out, something spawns, and or something happens. So I'm going to show you how to turn lights off and on. Okay, here's a scenario. I have a trigger volume. I have another trigger volume. And for entertainment, I put my little lantern on the wall. Why? Because it glows in the dark. Okay, so here, what I'm going to do is make it so there is an enticing item over here to pick up. So what's enticing and what would I want to pick up? Well, let's see. If an enticing item in a game would probably be a gun, right? That's always gets me. Um, so here's a pickup factory and a war pickup factory. And let's say here's a weapon pickup factory. So over here, I'm going to add a pickup factory in the corner where this trigger volume is. Okay, and of course I got to raise it above the ground a little bit. And when I double click on it, war pickup factory, what do I want to pick up? Well, what's more enticing than a sniper rifle, of course. So the sniper rifle will go here. Okay. Now, when I pick up the sniper rifle, the lights will shut off. How? Well, I'm going to put a toggleable light out here. Under the actor classes, under lights, I'm going to add a point light toggleable. So I want to make sure I can see that sniper rifle. That's important. So here I'm going to click on the floor and add a toggleable point light and check to see if that light encompasses that item. Sure enough, it does. Now, notice the glowing ember. Alright, so this becomes my first trigger volume. Okay, in here, that's going to be a touch event. This one is going to be a touch event. Oops. Okay, so this is off and on. There we go. By double clicking it, you instantly get teleported somewhere. Alright, so now, how do I toggle the light off and on? Well, I need a toggle. If you look under actions, there's a switch, which you thought it would be, but it's not. Under toggle, there's a toggle. There we go. So the light itself is going to be the variable. The variable being here. The target. This one is going to be off. This one's going to be on. Notice I have toggle also. So if I don't want to make that decision, if I want to just toggle it by them running around randomly in the level, I could. So it becomes both off and on. Here's the key though. These trigger volumes have a max trigger count of 1, which means you get one chance. So I would make these 0. Okay. Now, who's going to trigger it? Well, of course, the variable player Marcus. And when he steps on that trigger, I'm just straightening this up. Just like C++, you want to keep everything nice and neat and organized. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so I added a light. That means I got to build all, of course, before I can even try it. Another thing that would drive you to the other side of the room is probably a monster. Think about it. So maybe that's coming up a little bit next here. Which I think by now you should know how to spawn a monster, so I think that's going to be your homework. Alright, so sniper rifle. Oh, look at the sniper rifle. It needs a little bit more lights on it. Okay, I have it. Pick it up. I'm looking around and I keep seeing this firefly thing. Well, run over to it. Oh, lights went back on. So again, that's a pretty weak scenario. That's under with the understanding of that the person has some knowledge about to fire or follow the little light. So another good scenario is probably the monster that spawns behind you will make you run over to the other side and turn on the lights. So trap your levels like that. Think about who your audience is. Your audience is not just always the most intelligent people in the whole wide world enough to like say, well, there's a sparkly light. This is good for ADD people, but not everybody. All right, so that's a small lesson on toggleable lights. So your assignment is to add some kind of toggleable light, some kind of way to drag your audience over to that light to turn it back on, and of course, make it creepy. That's the assignment. All right, so enjoy.